Hey, it's Ryan here from Lexus of Edmonton to take you on a virtual tour of another Lexus GS 350. This model is the Starfire Pearl White on black interior. It's the luxury plus navigation package, so it has things like the 18-way power adjustable seats, 3-zone climate control, tire pressure monitoring, all that fun stuff. So the front grille on the new GS for the 2013 lineup is a complete redesign. They kind of overhauled the whole vehicle, and you can see the spindle grille design here with the bent-in edges and the chrome trimming on it. It's a much more aggressive look, much more more modernized, more sporty. I am personally a big fan. So I'll come over here, we'll take a look at the rims. They're the split spoke alloy wheels, they're 18-inch. It's sitting on Michelin all-season radials for tires. So the engine under the hood of this baby is a 3.5-liter V6, pushing out 306 horsepower and 277 pounds of torque. Now that's a lot of play. You can have a lot of fun with a car like this on the freeway. And all while maintaining a pretty decent fuel economy of 9.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and that is the combined number between highway and city. So if we move on to the side here, you'll see the integrated turn signal light on the mirror. The mirrors are power adjustable, and they also save with your seat settings. The doors are touch to unlock. We'll get into the interior in a minute here. And you can check out that nice little chrome finish around the window panels. Okay, so now we're going to jump in. So there's the touch to unlock right there. So look at the door panel first. You'll see the 3 independent driver seat settings to save there. You got the power windows, power locks, power mirror controls, a little flap on the side there. We're checking out the power seat settings, 18-way here, so there's lots of extra stuff like side support, back support, neck support, as well as lumbar support. So lots to play with there to get you really comfortable and make it work for you. I'm just going to go through and just highlight some of the more important features of this package. So it has the power trunk, so it'll lift up on its own when you press that button. Just going to hop in really quick here. It's also got the heated steering wheel down there. That's this button here. Heats up the sides, both sides here. So now we'll check out on this side. You got the power tilt telescopic adjust for the steering wheel. We give it 2 presses to get all the lights on inside here, so we can just check out the display screen and some of the other little functions. So just with the steering wheel here, you got on the left side you have the steering wheel audio controls, the right side you have the Bluetooth. Cruise controls hiding down there, and if you notice that the wheels got these nice wood grain inserts on it along with the leather, and that wood grain trim can be seen in many different places around the vehicle. Just kind of give you a quick peek. And it's more of a matte finish with the wood grain. A lot of vehicles, even our other packages, it's more of it's a gloss finish, but I really kind of like this. It's not as flashy and just a little more elegant in that respect. You can kind of see if I get close to it, it's really not a shiny finish. It's just got a little bit of gloss on it. So we'll check out the display screen now. So this is 13.2 inches, I believe, 13.2 or 12.2, 12.3, something like that. It's world class as far as the size goes. You can't get a vehicle with this big of a screen that comes stock in it. It's a world first. It's set deep into the dash so that when you're looking out on the road and glancing down, it's a really easy little flicker of the eyes just to take a peek. It's controlled with the remote touch system, which is this right here. Your hand goes down on there. Move this around, and that controls your cursor up on the screen here. When you get close to a button, it'll kind of snap to the button so you can be sure you're pressing the one that you want. This screen will control lots of things about the vehicle, from service information and climate control settings to your media and your audio. There's most of the stuff that goes on in the vehicle happens through this screen. Now we'll take a look at this nice little add-on to some of the 2013 models. Have this analog clock with its LED backlit. and it's a really classy touch, and I'm really glad that they did this with the models, because they just, you know, you don't see this. You don't see a clock like this. It's a centerpiece. It's something you talk about when somebody gets in your car for the first time. So if we move on down here, we'll see some shortcut keys for the radio, and of course the classic kind of tuner knob and volume knob. The radio and media buttons there will take you to the control screen for that stuff on the display screen up top. You got climate settings for the driver and passenger. One button I'll point out over here is the rear defrost button. It's also the heated mirrors button. Down a little bit lower we have the heated and cooling seats for the driver and passenger. So when you give it one press, it's on full. So 3 bars is full, 2, 1, and off. And it's the same thing for the cooling seats. So moving down a little bit further here, we got the shift knob. It's a nice little, tiny little leather short stick shift. Very comfortable to hold on to. I hold it all the time when I'm driving. It's just habit for me. It's got the manual mode, which will enable you to use your paddle shifters. And then down here, this is where the real fun stuff comes in with this car. So it's got the eco mode. You know, it's going to set the engine and the throttle response to be driving as nice as possible, so you're saving on gas. It's got the normal mode, which is your typical luxury handling, you know, kind of really smooth, just driving along, good tight corners, but not sporty tight, you know. And then the sport mode, you turn it over. Sport S changes your engine, your throttle response, so you're going to notice it's you pick up a lot quicker. All that horsepower comes up a lot faster. You just kind of feather the throttle, and it's giving you full force on it. You can tell the difference between normal and sport. And if I turn it over one more time, because this unit's equipped with Sport Plus, you get another selection here, and you can see it's highlighting the steering wheel, the suspension, and the engine. I'll bring it up one more time. So there's Sport Plus, steering wheel, suspension, and the engine. So when you move to the Sport Plus mode, it's literally like driving a different car. It handles like a sports car. The throttle opens up way faster. It hits way harder. The corners are just so tight and so hugging into the turns, and the steering is a little heavier and a little more planted and controllable, and that's you know, what you'd expect from a sport drive. So it's an awesome feature to have with this car. It's really the biggest thing that I would mention, me personally being a young guy, and you know what we're like behind the wheel. That's the first thing I want to talk about when someone asks me about this car. So a couple more things with the interior, moving on here. The lock and glove box, passenger door controls, passenger memory seat settings. They are also 18-way power seats, so you and your passenger have all those options for getting the right comfortable seat settings for you. Moving up, you got the sunroof controls up here, the dome light, the auto-dimming rear view mirror. Sunshades have the built-in light, turns on when you open that, shuts off when you close it. And then inside the armrest, you have a little flap here that moves back and forth and pops out, as well as your inputs for your auxiliary USB and auxiliary cables, so for your iPod or other portable media device, and another power outlet hiding down there. So those are all the main features that I'm going to show you today with the Lexus GS. This is the luxury package with the black interior. It's got the wood grain trim. Okay, so now we're doing a quick little segment on the rear end of the car. I'll just let you kind of admire the new design work from a couple different angles here. And the exhaust, the tail lights, you know. So the trunk on this unit is powered, so I'm going to do a quick little demo of that for you. So the button's obviously going to be on the remote. There's also a button inside the vehicle. So hold that down, opens up. We'll take a quick look inside. So a fairly decent amount of trunk space. This is a little bit larger sedan, so you got some room back here. A couple little toys still sitting in the trunk here. The the trunk floor mat, the carpet floor mats. The rubber ones are already in the vehicle. You got a couple of leather-bound books for the manuals, as well as a cargo net. Once you're all done in the trunk, you got the button here, or the pull tab back here to close it manually. The manual is always faster, just slam it down yourself, you know, if you're in a rush, but you know, if you're taking things slow, feel like being lazy, then use the button. Okay, so now we're back over at the front end of the vehicle. I'm just going to quickly show you the headlight here. The checkmark pattern LED array is your daytime running light. They're really bright and super visible in all weather conditions. So, you know, it's stylish, but it's also a safety feature. And you've got the fog lights on the front end here. And I've already talked to you about the spindle grille. So just as a quick recap, this is the Lexus GS 350 all-wheel drive, luxury edition, Starfire Pearl White on black interior with the matte wood grain trim finish. The engine's a 3.5 liter V6 with 306 horsepower, 277 torque, and it's getting a fuel economy of 9.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So if you have any more questions about the vehicle, or you want to come see it in person, take it for a drive, I definitely recommend that you do that if you're interested. Give us a call at Lexus of Edmonton, drop on down, whatever you got to do, you know, check out the website. There's a little more info on there. My name's Ryan Quick from Lexus of Edmonton. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.